What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Cringeostrophic Disclosure, or as we like to call it these days, How Ugly Is My Face? And I brought out my R2-D2. Why did I bring him out? I brought him out because I watched an episode of Adam Savage, and he's redoing or upgrading his amazing R2-D2, which is, what would we really want? We love the cool things that have been created in the Industrial Light and Magic. Oh boy, look at this thing. This thing is crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't work the way that any other R2-D2 is supposed to, and it's the best that I could do. Because unlike some people, I don't go around going, there's nothing I can do, I just try and fail. Anyway, this was supposed to have a cool thing that turned the head and stuff, and I was getting help from Steve, but we never actually got any motors in this thing other than the motors that you see below here. This whole thing here, these motors. And I basically figured out how to create this app and all this cool stuff. And then it doesn't have an Arduino per se, but it has a strange kind of similar thing to Arduino, which is whatever this thing is. I can't even remember the company that makes it now. It's that cool looking Hawaiian flower thing. I can't remember, to be honest. And it even had a piezo buzzer in there. Look at that. A piezo buzzer. You probably don't even know what that is. And does it matter? Probably not, because it's one of my projects, and my projects never go anywhere. So yeah, there we are with our fun thing here, the R2-D2 that never was, but it moved in my kitchen. It went a couple of steps forwards and a couple of steps back, and it turned. That's all I could get it to do. It doesn't have those. Did you guys see the last Adam Savage? He did this whole thing with fiber optics. It is so cool. You guys have to go check it out. And I watched him do it, and it looked like he was doing some kind of surgery. It was so precise how he was, embedding or weaving these microfibers into his robot. It was so cool. Anyway, he the man. I'm just the wannabe. But what I wanted to talk about is they make all these cool things, these top tech professionals, especially AI people. And the thing that really annoys me is we don't care. When we were brought up with these cool shows, whether it was Knight Rider with Kit, the robot car, or R2-D2, or 3PO, or RoboCop, or any of those cool things, we didn't want an AI god. All we wanted was a companion, or was it Johnny Five? We wanted a robot companion. That's all we wanted. We didn't need it to be Einstein making new physics. We didn't need a god companion. We just needed somebody that was maybe a little bit smarter than us, or could help us remember stuff that we couldn't remember ourselves, or what's the date, what's the time, and have a good conversation with the robots. That's all we wanted with AI. And now these people are just building all this crap, and we don't care about it. Just build us a simple AI robot intelligence that we can plug into our toys, and then the toys can follow us around the house, and we can have conversations with them. And if at some point I'm driving around in the car and I have my robot with me and it listens to my conversation with my wife, and I forget where I'm supposed to go at what time, it can tell me, so that I don't feel embarrassed and I don't have to ask her 20 times how to get to the place where I'm supposed to go, or where's the address, or whatever. That's what I want. I don't want all this weird AI that's going to put people out of jobs, that's going to ruin things. That's not what I want. I just want this. I want this to be cool. And also, I don't want it to send all the information, because its intelligence is in the cloud. I want the intelligence on board my R2D2 so that if I say something, to my wife, it doesn't go to the internet. I mean, it's really not rocket science what we need and what we want. But the top tech professionals don't listen to consumers at all. And they're ramming this random AI stuff down our throats that we don't want. We just don't want it. If at some point I buy the latest iPhone, I want to be able to disable it. I don't have Siri connected to my phone right now. I disabled it. Why? Because it's useless. It's pointless. And the autocorrect is absolutely annoying. But anyway, those are my thoughts on all this cool stuff here. And again, big fan of Star Wars before it became weird. And robots, those are the things that we want. Now, as far as the other things that I want to talk about today is, again, I can't make the, automated robots with housing and all that stuff for the homeless, for the situation that we have at the border. Look at this. Look at this. I didn't say that it was going to be comfortable. I didn't say that it was going to be cool. I didn't say that it was going to be amazing, but it's going to be, how about, clean and functional. And this is all you need to build automated housing for the homeless and automated housing for the situation that we have at the border. You want it to be self-cleaning, self-sustaining, and all that stuff. And I tried this drawing, and I know you're going to say it doesn't have vanishing points, it's not true to scale, and all that stuff. But what it does have is simplicity. You need a door entrance to get in. You need 2 spaces. You need a space to sleep in and a space for toiletry and all that stuff. You will have a common place for eating that's separate to this, but this is basically people's homes. What do you need? You need a bed. You need a toilet. You need a table. You need a place to store stuff. And you need cleaning devices, possibly a suction cupped system, like those window cleaners, those robot window cleaners. But it's connected to the roof of the place, so it goes around in every room, and it sprinkles with a it's a shower head, so it'll send water down. And then there's a separate mopping system on the bottom, which is a separate robot. And it does what the Roomba does. We already have these things. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to place these things in the system. You need to have a power outlet in there somewhere, possibly close to the table, because that's where you're going to use it most of the time. The table is close to the bed, so you have double application. You have the light for the table and the light for the bedding at the same time, and a separate light for the bathroom. Now, you can have a fancy toilet or not. You could just have a hole in the ground, which was what we used to have back in the day in public toilets. That's all you need. So just create something like this. I used to live in a place like this. When I was at university in England, we were like in the private housing. That's all we had. We had a bed that was really close to the wardrobe, that was really close to the table, so everything was easy. You didn't need a separate chair. You could sit on the bed and do your homework, because that was how easy it was set up. You see, if this here is the the table, the bed is here. You sit on the end of the bed, and you have things there. There you go. It's so simple. It's so simple. This could be done today. You don't need to wait for AGI, super intelligence. Build this today. Thanks for watching. And I will see you all in the next episode of How Ugly Is My Face? And how ugly is it? About the same.